Now back to that story about 4 Confederate statues that are no longer part of a main area on the UT campus.
Let's go back to KVUE's Jenny Lee.
When UT students start their fall classes next week, the statue of Robert E. Lee won't be here to greet them. All that's left are these rocks and a bouquet of white flowers. Now, this statue, along with 3 other prominent Confederate figures, were erected back in 1933 here at the South Mall. But UT President Gregory Fembes says they have become symbols of extreme white supremacy and neo-Nazism. A woman places a kiss on an empty monument where the Confederate statues once stood. When we asked her if she would like to talk to us, excuse me, can we ask you?
Devil, don't talk to me.
She told us what she thought, but the statue's removal elicited support as well.
The removal of the statues, if they're divisive, is a good thing for the university.
In the middle of the night, crews took down the 1,200-pound figures of Robert E. Lee, General Albert Sidney Johnston, Postmaster General John Reagan, and former Texas Governor James Hogg. UT President Gregory Fembes explained in an email to students that the removal happened in the cover of night for safety reasons, unlike 2 years ago when the Jefferson Davis statue was removed. It now sits at the Briscoe Center for American History, also on the UT campus. Executive Director Don Carlton says they just started planning on what to do with 3 of the statues.
At the very least, we will reach a point where we'll have arrangements put together to allow scholars and researchers to come and look at them and study them. They're not being buried, they're not being melted down.
The statue of former Texas Governor James Hogg is expected to be back on display here on the UT campus. As for the other 3 Confederate statues, they will eventually make their way here to the Briscoe Center for American History, where its executive director says they will likely never be on public display. At the UT campus, Jenny Lee, KVUE News.